Today, we're talking about the inevitable promo card Pokemon crash. Yes, it is incoming, and I'm going to tell you why. My name's Ethan. Thank you for tuning into the channel. But today, we're going to go over something that might be a little bit controversial because people are picking up promo cards like they're absolute hotcakes. They are just diving right into the promo card train, and I think it's very premature. Not only is it premature, but I think that we have such great evidence on what's happened in the past that you have to look at the facts right here and you will be told that this is gonna crash. Now, the first piece of evidence we have is this Moltres Zapdos Articuno GX from Hidden Fates. This was from the ETB. This came out so long ago. At one point, nobody cared about Hidden Fates ETBs. They were so cheap. They were so unloved. They were basically thrown in Walmart shelves. They were in Targets. They were going for still cheap prices, okay? But now we've gone to this day and age when we finally have the raw Moltres Zapdos and Articuno going for $113 USD. That is absolutely insane. For a card that was less than $1, like maybe 5 years ago, it's crazy to see it grow this much. It has grown almost 115% in the last 3 months. That is absolutely insane. That doesn't make any sense. And part of the reason it's going up is because of some pump and dump manipulation, because people are buying the stock up. But another reason that it's going up is because honestly, people are saying promo cards, they're undervalued. You have to buy them all. And the thing is, yes, some of them are undervalued, but at one point it becomes too much. Okay, this card is already seeing a dip, as you can see in the market crash right there. It is already seeing a good little dip, and I think it's going to dip a lot more. This card has such a high pop report. There are so many of these cards in existence. If we take a look at the pop report, okay, the pop report is about a $400 graded card, okay? It's a $400 USD graded card, which is very cheap for a promo card. And the reason why it's so cheap is because there are 24,000 PSA 10s. There are 12,000 PSA 9s. This is one of the most graded cards in Pokemon history. It is like top 10 up there. This card is going for way more than it should be going for, and it will crash very soon. When I mean crash, I don't mean like it's going to go back to zero. Of course, after it settles at a certain price point, it's not going to go crashing back to zero. What I mean is that it's probably going to go down a good little bit, like 30, 40, 50%. People have still made their gains, but honestly, I would not be picking this card up right now. The Greninja Gold Star has gone up 100% in the last 3 months, from a $9 card all the way up to a $17 card. And the PSA 10s are going from anywhere between $600 and $900, which is a huge range, by the way. But again, this goes to show you that it's so unreliable, it's so volatile. How can a card go up 100% and maintain that? It's most likely gonna dip, if not crash. But it's still a lot for a card that's very readily available. I mean, this set came out like 3 years ago, so it is still easy to pick up, it's easy to find. It's one of those sets that are not very good. The Celebrations is not a good set, contrary to popular belief. When we had something like the 20th anniversary set, the Celebrations set, that set was impeccable. It was amazing. It brought so many new things. When you think of special sets, Celebrations is not one of the good ones. And the only reason this is going up is now we are fueled by this whole promo cards are the next big things to explode. Promo cards are next. You know what happened? You know what happened when waifu Pokemon were next? When the Japanese Pokemon craze was next? They crashed. And people were burned in the fire because they bought way too expensive cards at way too high prices. So I don't want that to happen to you. Now we have the Dark Sylveon V. This card is absolutely stupid, okay? Number one, this card looks mid, okay? Yes, it's cool to have a Dark Sylveon, but this is one of the most unloved, like boring cards in the entire era, okay? It doesn't look special. It's not an illustration rare. It is a special art. It's not full art. It's not alt art. It's not SIR. It's nothing. It's just a Sylveon looking with its back towards you. It has nothing going for it, but it's gone up 55% in the last 3 months. It went from a $4 card to a almost, $7 card, and now it's coming a little down. It's going a little dip, and sellers are listing this from anywhere between $9 and $10, which is absolutely crazy because at that point, you might as well just get a booster pack of All Day Evolved and hold on to that. Quick little break. This Pokemon video is sponsored by me, MischiefTCG.com. Please visit my site, MischiefTCG.com, for the best Japanese and Chinese Pokemon product. We have Gem Pack Volume 2. We have Black Ball, White Flare. We have Terrestrial Festival. We have everything you need. And with our amazing shipping across Canada and the US, you can trust that it will come on time and fast. You can trust me here. I won't scam you, okay? If I scam you, you can take down my entire channel. So please trust in what I do, and I'm selling things for incredible prices. My gem pack volume 2s are $60 USD. Most people are selling those for $80 to $90, and the ones that are selling for cheaper are sold out. So if you want gem pack volume 2, if you want Black Bolt, White Flare, Terrestrial Festival, then go visit mischiefTCG.com. Now back to the video. Now I'm gonna go over something a little controversial, the gray felt Pikachu. I don't like this card at all. I almost hate this card because there are so many in existence. The PSA 10 population is almost 40,000 PSA 10s, 37,000 PSA 9s, 12,000 PSA 8s, and then like 10,000 of the rest. Okay, it is almost 100,000 population PSA graded Pokemon card. It is the most in history. That is what I've been told. Most in history. And yet, for some reason, this card is still $350 USD. For some reason, this card is 100,000 PSA graded cards, but it's still going for $400 raw. Okay, the PSA 10 price is around $700 to $900, depending on where you live, if it's Canadian currency or US currency. But this Pokemon does not make any sense in terms of buying value. I mean, it's gonna probably keep going up. I don't know why it's gonna keep going up. I would never buy a copy of this card. I think it's very boring. It's just Pikachu with a gray felt hat. I like the Scream promos better if you're talking about art Pokemon cards. But Pikachu with the gray felt hat is actually very significant. It signifies an era in Pokemon. People love this card, and I don't know why. I personally don't like this card, so I would never pick it up. Now, Umbreon Gold Star is a lot like the Greninja Gold Star. It is very similar, except that it is way more expensive. Instead of being a $6 to $10 card, this is a $50 card, which is an insane amount of money considering it is the exact same art as the original Gold Star Umbreon card. Yes, everyone liked that card and no one get that now. There's like, I think 10, 15 of those in a PSA 10. That's a crazy little pop card. That is one of the grails of Pokemon history. So reprinting it and making it no different, adding a single 25th anniversary stamp, doesn't really do anything for me. Sellers are listing this for anywhere between $67 and $200. Some random guy, mysterious inventory, he's listing it for $200 and he has 6 in his inventory. Okay, so come on, hop on that right there. No, don't hop on that. It's gone up 18% in the last 3 months. Not a big rise like the other ones, but again, another card that should not be looked at this much. It's really easy to grade, okay? They say that the Greninja and the Umbreon, they have around a 50 to 70% chance of getting a PSA 10 from pack pulling. So let's say you open a random pack of Celebration, it's gonna be a good chance that you actually get a PSA 10, which makes it less valuable, because if it's so easy to get that PSA 10, then why would the PSA 10 be so valuable? Same goes with a Rayquaza VMAX Altar from Evolving Skies. That card is so easy to grade. They say about 90% of people who grade it get a PSA 10 if you pull it from pack fresh. So the thing is, it just doesn't make any sense to buy a card that has such a high population point, that is so easy to grade, that is just a classic collection card reprinted. And Umbreon is a big boom. It's going up right now. I think this card is one of those that are okay to buy, but again, I wouldn't buy this over any other pack, any other box. I also want to mention that if you're looking for other Pokemon investing content, let's say you're enjoying my content, I think you should go check out a Pokemon YouTuber named Bull. He makes a lot of good investing, collecting videos. He posts 2 times a day. 2 times. That's 4 times as much as I post. So I would for sure check out his channel. He makes a lot of great videos into the market insight. He goes through lots of Excel spreadsheets. He gives you the raw, true data, which I think is very important when investing and collecting Pokemon. So I would highly recommend, if you're enjoying investing or collecting content, go check out Bull. Link in the description. Now into the Shrouded Fable Pokemon cards. We're going to go over the Greninja EX. This Pokemon, if was in the main Shrouded Fable set, I think would be absolutely insane. This would be one of the top choice cards of the Scarlet Violet era, but they goofed up. They done goofed and they put it inside one of the worst set collection boxes in history, because who the hell likes Shrouded Fable? I'm not joking. The second video I ever made on this channel was me goofing on Shrouded Fables, and my first hate comment was also on that video. But that's out of topic. I'm just saying that I hated on Shrouded Fable from the beginning. Day one hater on Shrouded Fable. I do not like that set. It doesn't have anything going for it. But as you can see, this card went from $28 all the way up to $35. Not a big increase. That's around 15%. But sellers are listing this from anywhere between $49 and $89 USD, which is again pretty crazy for a card that has a population of almost 25,000 in all of PSA grades. So again, another card that has way too much PSA pops, that looks okay, that is just mid, but that's getting pumped by this huge market craze of promo cards are the next big thing. Promo cards are the next greatest thing. But the thing is that once everyone is on a certain thing, when everyone is saying one thing, oftentimes the opposite thing happens. I can name multiple times this happened. One time was when the PSA 10 Bubble Mew was the hot card. It was the card that everyone's saying was the best card, the new card of the Scarlet Violet era. I remember seeing that card for $1,500. I bought that card for $1,500. It crashed down to $1,000. I ended up selling it and buying some other booster boxes, which ended up going up, and I made my money back. But I'm just saying, this has happened before. Bob Farrell is a famous investor in Wall Street, and one of his main principles, one of his main guiding rules, is that if everyone is saying one thing, then the opposite will often happen. That's a Wall Street principle, so it's not exactly applicable to Pokemon, but I do believe it carries some of the same weight. Same with the Kingdra EX, this is the exact same thing, except that it looks a lot better, that I think it is actually a lot better of a price point. It's only around $27 right now USD, and it's gone up not very much, honestly. It's gone up 30%, which is more than the Greninja, but I actually do believe that the Kingdra looks a lot better. It embodies that great wave art from Japanese history a lot better, has the moon in the background. It just looks more beautiful in general. So I would say if you're gonna pick up any promo card, this is probably the one to pick up. And the last thing we have is the special delivery Charizard. This card is really cool. It's pretty old. It's gone up 26% in the last 3 months, and this is also driven by craze. Why would anybody want this card when they haven't wanted it for what, a year? It's been pretty much stagnant, growing steadily. It's gone up 77% in the last year. And the reason I don't think this is a good investment or good purchase is because we have so much coming out right now. So many mega sets, so many new interesting things, Black Bolt, White Flare. This Pokemon card will probably just go back into obscurity. It will go up slowly, and I do think that's a good thing. But if you want a quick flip, this is not the right card. You do not want to flip Pokemon cards just like that. That is not the right thing to do. You want to hold on for them in the long term. So I feel like this card is one of those that you probably want to save if you're going to buy. But if you're just trying to make a little flip like all these other people buying promo cards for the moment, I would highly not advise that. And the final card is the Mega Lucario EX. This is the alternate art promo. This is actually a promo card. Surprisingly enough, this was not in the Furious Fist set. It is only around a $100 card, which is really surprising for a full art Mega Pokemon. Almost, what, 7-8 years old? That is pretty crazy. But the reason I want to put this in is because the PSA 10s are now selling for around $1,500 USD. That is not right. And yes, there's this whole Mega Pokemon craze coming out, and there's also this whole promo craze. And when those two things collide together, you know what happens? Shilling. Massive amounts of shilling. And the problem with shilling is that often only one person benefits, and I don't think that's going to be the viewer watching this video. I don't think you're going to benefit if you buy this right now. I think the best thing you can do is, again, purchase sealed products, is to wait on the newest sets. Wait for a dip in the market to buy these things. You never catch a falling knife. That's what they say in stocks. You never catch a stock as it's going down. You catch it as it's riding back up. That's for maybe beginners. I don't know that much about stock investing. I'm not a professional investor, bro, okay? But I do know a lot about Pokemon, so that's the video. That's my opinion on the Pokemon promo card crash. What's happening, this whole craze going on. I do believe it's more of a fake craze being brought on by the fact that we can't get any other product, but that's just my opinion. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I hope you have an amazing day. Peace.